Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode Up and Running. I think we're gonna have a good time today. Alright, so on today's episode, we're gonna take a look at a 1964 Nova. I hope you enjoy it. Our buddy came by with a 64 Nova and he's having some like tune-up type issues with it, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at it, figure out what's going on with it. I think we're going to get the carb rebuilt. We're going to check, make sure the choke is working, see if it needs anything else like tune-up wise. So the owner of this car is the second owner of it, and he bought it in 1965. Alright, I'm going to take a look at the choke on this thing and see if it's working or not. So this thing got driven here, so it was warm when it got shut off. And let's see. That's not making it move. Oh, I think this is the problem right here. I think the choke lever is loose. It's coming off the shaft. So I think that needs to be tightened up. It's an automatic choke. The thermometer, you know, the temperature's coming off the manifold there, so I think that's what's going on with it, is that just loosened up and came off. Alright, let's see if I can figure out which way this thing's supposed to face. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is pull this in, get the camera on a stand. It's going to take two hands, and we'll get this thing figured out. Yeah, this thing's running just a little bit rough. Sounds like it's maybe got an exhaust leak too. Now let's pull her in the shop and see what's up. It also started in drive, which I'm gonna have to look at the linkage on it. Yeah, I couldn't get it into park. I think we got some linkage jamming up on it too. Alright, there we go. That was it. That was completely off the shaft. I feel like it's in the right place now. I'm going to go ahead and put the screw back in. Try not to drop this on the floor or somewhere else. Doesn't want to start. Okay. Choke is fixed. It seems like it's in the right position. The car's a little warm and it's mostly open, so I think we're probably okay. I'm just going to leave that for now, and I'm going to do a little more just checking this out and seeing if there's any other issues or what we need to take a look at on it. I'm going to pop the distributor cap off and take a look at this. Good thing this thing doesn't seem to be leaking anything or, you know, anything crazy like that. The cap looks pretty good. The rotor looks a little on the crusty side. I'm going to clean that rotor up a little bit, maybe potentially replace it. So I'm looking down at the points here, and something that I see, trying to get it so you guys can see it, is I'm looking at the actual points themselves, and it looks like the little wear block may be worn off the points. I got to investigate that a little bit further, but I don't really see that there, so I think that may be the case. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull one of the spark plugs out and take a look at that as well. All right, I pulled the spark plug out, and actually it looks pretty decent. Hopefully you can see that there. You know, it looks like it's the right heat range. There's no oil on it. You know, it looks pretty decent. The gap might be just a tiny bit small. But anyway, overall the spark plug's in good shape. Take a look inside the cap. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it doesn't look too bad. You can tell it's been used some, but overall it's not horrible. But if we replace a bunch of the other stuff, we'll put a new cap on it as well. All right, if you remember, I mentioned that this thing started in drive. So what I discovered, I came out here, and actually on this car, the detents, the shifting detents are out here. They're actually right here. And then the lever that you see, you know, that lever right there, when you pull the handle, the shift lever inside the car, it pushes that lever down and allows it to go past the detents. So what I discovered is that lever seems to move fine out here, but it's stuck inside the car. So let me go inside the car here and show you what I'm talking about. So normally you grab this lever, you pull it, and then move it. Well, it won't, it's stuck. It won't pull or push. It's like stuck in that one position, and that's why it won't go up into park. You have to pull it to move it up to get it into that park position. So that's what we need to figure out on why is that doing that. I'm guessing it's all junked up inside the column right here just from age. So anyway, we'll figure that out. One other thing that I'll show you about this car that's kind of interesting, if you look really close right there, he wrote on it, the owner, 400,000. He's got 430,000 miles on this car. I don't know if we're going to be able to see the 30 or not. There it is. But yeah, he's got 430,000 miles on this car. That's pretty impressive. I mean, it's had some work done, but it's awesome that he's kept it this long. So if we take a screwdriver and put a screwdriver right in here, you can see that thing move. And that is supposed to be moved by the lever inside the car, and that's not what is happening. So that's why this car's not going into park, and it's basically staying in the middle of the shifting range. All right, so I figured out the shifter thing Ed and I did together. And if you look right up here, the shifter is right on the exhaust pipe. And what happened was he hit something right there and it jammed the pipe back into the shift linkage. So we're gonna try to heat this exhaust up and get this pipe back out of the way. Hopefully that will take care of it. So my lovely wife told me about a car that's for sale up here. There it is, you can see it on the left. It's looks like a 71-ish Dart. So let's go check it out. looks like a fairly solid car. There's a little Bondo in it, nothing too serious. That's at the joint there. You might not be able to see it. It's like single exhaust that comes out in front of the axle. It's got some coilover shocks and the leaf springs. Painted bumpers, so I'm guessing the chrome wasn't very good on the bumpers. I think it's locked, but let me see. Yeah, it's locked. It's got fuzzy dice, that's a plus. I'm curious what motor's in it. Let's take a peek, I think. It's got a slant 6 in it. You can see it was a little bit different shade of blue initially. It does have factory AC in it though. Overall, it looks like a pretty straight car. All right, I'm gonna go do a little bit of looking into this, and maybe I'll give the guy a call. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to come back next time. Alright, our buddy came by with this 1964 Nova and